Fantastic. So, well, I've got to redo it, haven't I? Only fair that welcome back to the MRC show that never ends. We're back. This is season 11. Can you believe it? We've made it this far, and here we are under the lights in Bahrain for Tier 2 opening round action. And yeah, wow, this is a whole new season. F1 23, we've finally got there. And we've got a lot of exciting racing for you, not just tonight, not just Wednesday, but Friday nights and every single week, of course, as per usual. How could we ever want anything less than that? But as I say, Tier 2 action underway. A lot of new drivers, a couple new drivers in this tier. I'm sure my compadre, who I'm about to introduce, will go through all of that with you. And a lot of new teams as well for some of the drivers. So, to take you through the teams and take you through this evening's action alongside myself, it's my brothers in arms, it's my compadre, it's the other half of the M&Ms, it's Mr. Simba. Good evening.
Good evening, Mark. How are you?
I'm pretty good, my friend. Pretty good. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. Bit of a rough day and nervous for Tier 1, but yeah, we move.
Yeah, you and me both,
mate. We've
got to do it. You and me both. So for those who...
mine's self-inflicted.
Well, yeah. Oh, yours is, yeah. Mine was... I don't know what mine was. Bad luck. Yeah. I didn't know there was such a thing. But, so for those of you who don't know, my teammate from last season... and I have taken the step up and taken the chance to go up to the Tier 1 melee, shall we call it, and the ultra competitive tier that is Tier 1. And teammates again, luckily, we're not going to give away the livery, because if you didn't see the team draw, well, that's your fault. We're not going to give everything away. But as we've just started with qualifying for Tier 2, would you like to take us through some of the new teams this evening and a few welcome returns?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out who's in reserve, because we have got a few in here tonight by the looks of it. There
is a couple, but as you're looking at that, I would like to say a quick welcome return. He's in a Red Bull. He's set a 131.142 to the Scouser himself. So surprise, surprise, he's back as Mr. Fanning, so welcome back. Looking forward to seeing you back on track, my friend.
It is good to see him back, and that is one of the definite pairings for this season. We have Fanning, and Jaxter's moved up from Tier 3.
He has.
So he's a new addition to Tier 2. The Alfa Romeo team is quite set. That's a welcome return again for Mr. Red Car Rambo. Now he's finished changing nappies.
And reserving for Mr. Single Track, who we have back on stream, was back with us.
Yep, is now back in a full seat alongside Heppy, one of our newer drivers from last season. The Haas boys, that's a correct team, so that's Alex, Ajik and Sociopath. Alex has been with us for a long time as far as I'm aware.
He has been with us a long time and is a very, very quick driver, and I'm kind of... There's a lot of drivers I'm half tipping, but I'm definitely putting Alex to be up there this season, 100%, especially after the way he absolutely made me sweat for 36 laps in Brazil, our final race of last season. Gio Ducky's looking at jam for the win. Okay, interesting. I like that call, Mr. Gio Ducky.
Let's have a look. Ferrari, we've got one half of the Ferrari, which is Bit. The other half, I'm not so sure what's happening with that one, but we've got the reserve of Baby Hornet for the evening. Alpines, obviously we've got Mr. Single Track.
Yeah.
Seems to love his French baguette these days. And Night Shadow stepping in for the evening because his teammate's unavailable. The Astins. So we've got Genie and Monster, both been with us quite a while.
And I think, I'm not sure if they've been a pairing before, but I know Andrew did message me straight after Mr. Monster and say he was quite happy with that pair, and he got some of our very good commentators as well.
Certainly are. The Williams we've only got one half of, which is Wazza. Neil is a reserve, unless there's been some changes I'm unaware of. Same with the AlphaTauris, we've got Lorpy, but don't have his teammate for the evening, so we've got Melvin instead. The Mercedes we've only got one half of as well, which is Fox Rubber 8. Jam's a reserve for the evening. And of course the McLarens. Who can forget the Papayas?
Exactly.
We've got the dumbest Hornet, who's been with us quite a long time. Maybe likes to think he's the cleverer version, but his name suggests otherwise. And of course, our Tier 3 champion from Season 10. None other than Mr. Bottle Job himself, it's Connor.
Yeah, the bottle jobber threw his bottle at a few other people and managed to pull it out. Who's for some reason and unfortunately retired from the session already, so not a good start to
Qualiban tonight.
Ah, of course he is. Good point.
So that's why he's obviously not setting a time, because he's been a naughty boy and not allowed to tonight.
Exactly. So a lot of those penalties have come back from Season 10. I think there's some for Tier 3, maybe Tier 4 as well on Wednesday. I don't think there's anything for Tier 1, which probably would have helped us if they had. I've got Mr. Soze, Mr. Steve in the chat, an older man who stepped up from Tier 2 last season into Tier 1. Calvin as well. Good evening, Mr. Zookeeper. Scottish Ninjas here as well. This is still a novelty, this, for me. I'm really not... It's weird. Normally I'm there, we're there racing, we're not talking as such.
Yeah,
and filling people's heads with rubbish.
I mean, you've been in the Papaya a few seasons. I've done Ferrari and Papaya.
Yes.
It seems really weird not being in Tier 2.
That's it, it's just, yeah. It's a stable, we know. It's weird. So, Rob and Monster were Season 4 teammates in the Alpine, so I thought they had been together before. Makes sense.
It's kind of the same feeling I had when I stepped up from Tier 3.
Ooh, Jam spun it at the top of the hill. And he's lost his front wing, but managed to keep on going.
Luckily, he's not far from the pits and plenty of time to recover.
There is about just under 10 minutes left, I do believe. So let's bring up a little...
at the pairings. So the missing drivers, the AlphaTauri should be Gattian. The Alpine should be Era Voice. Ferrari should be Kev, although I believe there may be a time issue there, so we might have to do some swapping.
Yeah.
The Mercedes should be another returning driver. He's been away somewhere and finally come back, decided to race. It's of course Stube.
Of course, Daddy Stube. Where is he this evening?
Williams should be Woomax, another of our long-standing drivers.
Ah, interesting.
But obviously we've got reserves in for the evening. Hopefully everybody will be back next week.
I hope so. Oh, Sociopath, great lap. We saw at the end of that. So the Haas boy is currently 1 and 2. Sociopath showed it last season how good he is. But of course, this is a new game. There's new handling physics. We've got it's a lot to take in, isn't it? A new game. It's always about finding your feet. And there's those who have had a bit more practice. I've literally had about 2 sessions, and there's a lot more. So there's a lot more wing. It's a lot more downforce. Related, isn't it, these cars? A lot more understeer. The suspension geometry has gone from 11 settings to 40. I think the camber settings have changed. The tour settings have gone from 0.3 to 0.01 of a setting. There's a lot different, isn't it, in this new game? And the ride height.
Yeah, I think setups are going to take a while to actually get to grips with properly. But give it a season or so, and well, I think we'll get there with it.
I think
it's just about finding your feet, letting obviously all the experts that put the setups out there, finding their feet, finding what works best. And then we can just sit there and look through it and go, right, well, this is where everybody else is going. Maybe this is a good starting point.
Exactly that, yeah. I mean, I forget to do that sometimes. And then I wonder why it's not working.
I usually find something that looks near enough, try it out, and then we usually tweak it in practice, don't we?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what happens in the early seasons, and then as the game cycle goes on, you find you just end up retweaking your old setups. You
do. Yeah, as there's more updates, of course, who can forget the 1.06 update for 22? I think that was about after a month or so, and the handling completely changed, and all of the original setups went completely out the window. So hopefully they've got it pretty much spot on this time round, and we don't have such a big change. Of course, there are. I noticed that by the end of last season that the setups were quite a bit different. I had to make a lot more tweaks than thought was necessary, or would have thought were going to be needed, but just to make them work.
I think it's as the game evolves, your driving style evolves as well, and you get minor tweaks here and there. So you have to evolve the setups, or you just find you're not as quick as what you thought you actually were with it.
Yep, unless you're Red Car Rambo. What a lap from him, 30.3. Great lap already.
With a vengeance.
He is. And he was looking strong at the end of the last game as well, and it's good to see him back up the top. We're going to have a look with somebody very shortly. We are going to do a lap of this Sakia circuit. He has bailed out of his.
What do you think about the circuit personally? Do you like it? Do you not?
I do quite like it. I've always thought it's quite an interesting circuit because you've got the fast part at the start of Sector 2, which is turns, I've got them up here, 6 and 7, and the heavy braking down the hill into 8. And then the 9 into 10 is quite tricky. You've got the tricky turn 11 into turn 12 that you can lose at the top of the hill. But it's quite fast, and I like that. I like the fact that the exit from 13 down the hill into the last corner, 14, 15, the exit from there, the exit from 2 and 3, they're so crucially important. So I actually do quite like them. I like this track. I've never necessarily gone well here, but I still like it.
I know it's one that's not overly popular with our drivers. They're always like, oh, it's Bahrain.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, I understand it, but I do like it. I've always think it's quite a decent track.
I mean, I've got a bit of an unpopular opinion. I preferred the 2010 layout when it was actually a longer track.
So everyone remembers that. I don't remember that.
It came off around turn 4 and sort of went straight towards turn 11, 12 if you're looking at the mini-map. Then came back on itself and rejoined around maybe turn 7, turn 8.
Okay.
So it had a whole extra bit to the track. And it put the lap times up nearly 1 minute 50 or something, but I really enjoyed that layout.
I don't remember
obviously,
that.
They really didn't think it worked because they've cut the track back to this layout that we've had for many years now.
Yeah.
Other than 2020 when we did the outer loop.
Of course, yeah, who can forget that one? So let's go for... Well, we've only got 2 minutes left. Oh, well, Melvin's popped it into second, wow. But we're going to go on a fast lap with the Ferrari man of Carl Edens as he heavy brakes into turn 1, very important. Keeps it in third gear to stop the rear from spinning up. Into turn 2, you can potentially try to feather the throttle through there. Turn 3, they're flat out. DRS, the second, well, technically the first zone on this one as they run up the hill into turn 4, try and brake as late as possible, misses the apex there, and you can see with the new graphics the tyre and the dust he's got in his tyre through turn 4, turn 5's flat, turn 6 they're trying to keep the pace, trying to keep the momentum going through 7 down the hill, heavy braking, difficult braking into turn 8, gets that one nicely done, the exit very critical, up the hill into the very difficult turn 9. It's more of a braking zone to let the car stop in time to get it and swing it into turn 10. Exit again, very, very important with the DRS zone at the end of this sector that we're coming up to now. Late braking around the 60 metre board for Carl there at turn 11. The car swings wide, then comes back in to take it flat out into turn 12. Does he lift? He does not. Up the hill, and then just slightly down his time. Difficult braking in the car. You see understeers through turn 13. That's going to hamper Carl all the way down the hill. And this feels like a very long straight without the DRS. Active heavy braking under the bridge, under the barrier, I should say. Turn 14. That was apparently 2 corners there, believe it or not. And Carl has unfortunately bailed on his lap. So that completely scuppered it.
He seemed to have a really good middle sector, but the other 2 weren't so good.
Yeah, I think he got a little bit wide through turn 4. No, he missed the apex. 5 and 6 and 7 were a little bit wider than that, and 11, 12 and 13 as well. I think he just wasn't feeling the tyres, and I think Carl's going to hope that no one's going to improve as he's currently sat in P5, which is a great showing. He struggled last season, didn't he? Last game in general, he struggled with it, but that's great to see him back in 5th.
Yeah, he seems to be finding his form again. He did struggle 22. I think a lot of people did, which is why it mixed the order up so much.
Yeah.
But it's always fun. A new game always mixes the order up.
This is what we're seeing. You know, Melvin, is he reserve Melvin? Has he actually come up to tier 2 now?
He is. And Jackster's on a hell of a lap. He's 6/10 up.
Oh, where is he? There he is, the Red Bull man. I can't believe I'm showing a Red Bull on stream.
I know you feel dirty, but it's for the greater good.
Well, come on, Jackster. For your sake, I hope you do well. As we've now seen the checkered flag, what can Jackster pops into 5th with that? What can Alex is up on his time as well, coming into the middle sector. Can I just have a quick flick up to see what Sociopath's ahead of him? Well, Ryan is also on a fast lap. Sociopath 4/10 up. Could we see potentially the 129s already this evening? Purple middle sector for Sociopath. He's absolutely on rails in the Haasmobile.
I really do like that Haas this time.
I do as well. I'm not going to lie. I like the livery. And who can't
Alex
like the team? We'll be in the line 29s, 30.1. Oh no! What's Ryan? Ryan's down on his time. He's 2/10 down.
If Alex hadn't been invalidated, we were getting a 129 there.
Oh my days.
Because he was 9/10 up, that'd have been a 129.7-ish.
Wow.
But he just got a little bit too greedy at turn 13 on the curb.
Easy to do if you just mistime the braking. You can easily do that. Ryan's bailed at the end of his lap. What can his teammate do? Heppy's bailed on his lap. What can the Genie do? He's up a little bit. Can he improve on 15th? Just another 10th of improvement. They'll see him shoot up the rankings on the grid. What can he do? Genie gets it into 10th. There we go. Great lap. Who else is left? Martin's bailed as well. So that is it, folks. Your first qualifying session of F1 2023 MRC Season 11 sees Sociopath in the Haasmobile take pole position. Red Car Rambo in second. Melvin, a fantastic showing from him, in third. Alex will be kicking himself for that in fourth. Was a great compadre and a very quick driver last season, so he's in fifth. Jackster in sixth. Carl in seventh. I think you'll be reasonably happy with that one. Fox in eighth, and then the Aston boys of Monster and Genie separated by less than 0.03 of a second in ninth and 10th. I'm running through the rest of the order very, very soon. Ryan is happy with that. Good lad. Really good lap. Really great lap.
You can't not be happy with that, can you? First official race back in ages and he's P2 on the grid.
Alex honestly set that on the mediums.
Yeah, he was on the softs when he was 9/10 up. That is absolutely disgusting pace.
Yeah, that is ridiculous.
Does he want to swap seats?
Yeah, damn it, you beat me to it. So we saw you the top 10. Night Shadow is in 11th, Loppy in 12th, Heppy in 13th, Fanning on his return in 14th, Dumbest Hornet in 15th, Single Track in 16th, the babiest of the Hornetists in 17th, Neil in 18th, Jam in 19th, and Connor on his qualifying ban will start at the back of the grid. So, before we get started, folks, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button, hit the share as well. There's 25 of you watching already, so it's great to have you on board. Get involved in the chat. Who do you think your early predictions are for the first win of Tier 2 and Season 11? Get your votes in now. Hit the like button as well. It takes seconds to do, and it will help MRC massively. So, what about yourself? Who are you thinking, my friend?
With that dirty qualifying pace, I'm thinking Alex.
Yeah.
Because that was ridiculously up. He set a ridiculous time on mediums and was 9/10 up. He was the only person looking into the 129s.
Wow.
If he can carry that pace through to the race, I think Alex.
Yeah. That's a good call.
Part of me really wants to say Red Car Rambo.
I've got to go with my local lad and go with Rambo. I kind of have to. Now, we didn't really talk about the game much, but I'm not going to lie, I am absolutely loving these graphics right now.
I am. I covered these a little bit on Friday when I was doing that almost solo comms.
A little bit, yeah. I wasn't listening for some of it.
We were a little bit busy racing, and Gav was going. I amused myself with the new graphics because they are really nice.
Yeah, I like the fact you've got the hard, the medium, the way the tyres look. I like the way the timings look. I've got used to the MFD, which we did have on during qualifying. We're not obviously going to show that during the race. But I just like the general. I like the lighting. I like the way the Haas. I'm on board with the Haas associate. I like the way the cars look. I like the way the light shines off them, and they've done a little bit better job. And I am a fan of that. We'll actually see. Actually, I missed it, to be honest. If all the pit guys start doing the T's, you know, they're standing in the T formation. I didn't actually see that, to be honest. But no, I'm looking forward to it. And I tell you what we've got. We've got Melvin in third on the soft tyres. And the one thing, this is why I was going to start talking about the game before we finish the formation lap. Although there are some large gaps there. Who's that that's fallen adrift? That'll be Fox. It's fallen a long way back from the pack. And so is Cal now. But this game has said it's going to throw up more strategies. The soft tyres you can use as a race tyre. And we're seeing a lot of drivers use these softs, and potentially I have heard that soft to medium is a potential now, where it was always medium to hard, hard to medium tyres, or softs, and really chance that it's going to be safety cars. So, yeah, I've really heard that. Wow, Ryan, that's.
I was just looking at that.
Wow,
wow, that is aggressive.
Well, I mean, I thought Sociopath was aggressive, but jeez,
Ryan's absolutely going for the boundaries of that pit box.
Wow, that's insane. But yeah, this is going to be... So we've got the Sociopath on hards, Ryan on mediums, Melvin on the softs, all mediums down to Genie on the hards, Heppy on the hards, single tracks on the softs and it's invalidated, so is Jammer on the softs and invalidated, Neil on the hards, Fanning on the soft tyres. So, here we go, folks. Let's get the position change. I'll tell you what, I'm going to get rid of everything on here. There we go. We didn't see the lights, but we're underway. Season 11 tier 2, and Ryan gets an absolute blind, dude. He's already in the lead. Melvin's taken Sociopath into turn 1. Is he going to have a look on the inside? There's been contact somewhere. Is that Alex? That's Alex already into second. Has managed to get past Melvin. We saw some contact. Not sure who that was exactly, but Ryan got an absolute scorching start.
Yeah, we had a little bit of elbows out at the back, but everybody's made it through fine.
Oh, Baby Hornet's fallen adrift. Unfortunately, Monster didn't have a great start.
Contact! I think that was single track and Monster.
Oh.
And we've got an Alfa Romeo round its Heppy.
Oh, no. And then we've got a caution. We've got a safety car already. This is something we noticed.
Safety car sensitive.
Yeah, well, Heppy's got no front wing. We noticed this on Friday with the different, well, how strong a safety car is, which is something we are going to look at over the next week or two, and just to see how sensitive it is, as you rightly say there. So let's have a quick look at the position changes. Ryan got a blind to start. Alex jumped 2 spots. Sociopath down 3 on the hard tyres, don't forget. Fox River up 3. Great start from him. Genie Fanning up 6 spots. Absolute lightning start. Night Shadow Gav is up 2. Wazza and Carl may have got caught out. Maybe they're held up on the outside or even trapped on the inside of turn 1. Didn't get the best drive away at all. Floppy Lap managed to hold position. And then the couple of drivers there. Thomas, Jam, Neil and Connor up quite a few spots. Monster not being a good start for him. Same with Single Track and Heppy. So it's a bit of a mix. But Ryan's got to be over the moon with that start. Maybe not seeing Alex behind him. Even though they are in a party together.
Yeah, we knew Ryan was going to go aggressive for a good start, though, but Alex did an absolute blinder there.
He did. I'm actually surprised Melvin didn't get such a great getaway. Unless he got trapped a little bit, then that may have made a difference. Was this pitted?
So it's Heppy. Well, we knew Heppy after.
Yeah.
Let's have a quick look. Wazza's getting a wing as well.
I did see some carbon fibre fly off from some of the drivers at the front. Let's have a quick look. Nothing from the top 3. Let's have a look at the House of Sociopath. We did see something fly off. He's okay. The Mercedes of Fox behind you is okay, so I'm not sure what we saw.
I wonder if it was Wazza, because he was quite high up.
That is true. That is true.
I mean, the safety car's a bit of a saviour for them at the moment.
It is, yeah. Exactly. So with Heppy as well.
At least it allows them to try and catch back up. But yeah, I think we are going to have to look into this safety car.
Yeah, we'll see. Berger said there's no party here. Well, I thought you were in the party. Maybe not, Bergs. Okay. Fair enough.
Unless Alex hasn't joined them.
Oh, well, that is true, yeah. That could be it.
I think Alex sometimes joins the Saviour Call Me the Brave on whatever party as well. So it could be with them tonight.
Could be. I know they like to help each other out quite a bit.
Well, it's always good to have a party on the go.
Oh, exactly. We'll be sick of each other by 10 o'clock tonight.
I thought we'd be sick of each other by now. It's 2 seasons we've been partying now.
A bit longer than that. This is our 3rd, maybe?
This will be the 3rd. We've done 2 full ones. Basically since I moved up to Tier 2.
Pretty much, yeah, we have, haven't we? And practice sessions, and team draws, and everything else in between.
And even met in person.
And we have. And we had a great night out a few months ago. So
yeah, we definitely have to arrange something else soon.
Oh, 100%. Oh, we've got a McLaren. Is that Dumbest going into the pits? It is. Dumbest Hornet diving into the pits.
I'll go have a look, see what's happening there.
Fall to the back of the pack.
That's a wing and a set of hards.
It normally brings up the tyre potential strategies, but there are so many that I wouldn't even want to call what the hard tyres may do. Don't want to call it the mediums.
And it was medium hard, or I think medium soft. But I think you could probably drag the hards to the end of this race now. Especially
if there are more safety cars. I mean, then you may find yourself on the wrong tyre completely.
Because the tyres do last a lot longer these days.
Yeah, they do. Exactly. So
I guess it depends on your setup, how aggressive you drive. Because me and you have always run very similar setups, if not the same setup. And you always kill your tyres a lot faster than I do.
Yes. Yeah.
I think that's because you're usually up the front going absolutely mental and I'm just tootling along.
Yeah, I'm normally getting pressured by someone like Alex or Fox River, or in recent times I've had Monster a couple of times, single track, and more of course as well. But yeah, exactly that. Normally I'm getting hounded, and of course so was it last season.
Now it's just going to be me and you fighting over 19th and 20th.
That'll be good fun. At least we'll make a set of hard tyres last 28 laps. We'll be fine. Right, so
not to have to use them. To be fair, I don't like them. Not on this track, anyway.
I haven't done any soft tyre runs, so I have no idea.
Yeah, I did a bit in my team race.
But safety car in this lap. Good evening, Ant. Good evening, Eddie. Dust. Yeah, it is your car at front. She runs spotting that. The Alpines, Ant's in the chat as per usual, Craig Richmond. So when is Ryan going to go? And he's gone early. He's gone straight at the last corner. Wow, he's caught Alex completely napping. And I tell you what, Melvin's got him. Melvin's absolutely had him down the straight, but he's got the glitch of the illegal overtake. Oh, Melvin. That's so unlucky. He's lost out to both the Hasses. He's going to live out to Fox with right in turn 1. There's 3 abreast. Fox is on the inside. And Sociopath went wide into turn 1 as well. I wonder if they've got the whole overtaking on the safety car. I tell you what, Ryan timed that absolutely perfect. 1.7 seconds to Alex, and then I think there was a Sociopath pass on Melvin while he was letting other people through, and I think Genie's having a go as well. He's on the inside. Oh, has he got damage, Genie? He has. He's lost half a wing, I think. Be careful with that Aston, buddy.
Definitely be careful with it. Beautiful car this year.
It is.
I wasn't as keen on the green when they first brought the Aston back, but I really like this new one.
I quite liked it. I'm not going to lie, it's just different. There's always
very
blues
metallic-y
and...
now.
It is, yeah, but there's a lot of blues and things in F1, and your Alpines, your Red Bulls, your squatting dogs. And your Williamses. I was very cautious of what I was going to say then. Single Tracks had a moment. He's now at the back of the grid, of the pack, I should say. It was still a yellow flag halfway down the straight. I think it just still holds it on that, Bergen, to be fair. But we've got a few movers and shakers. Sociopath now down to 5th, going to try and hound the back of Melvin's, trying to hound the back of Fox Rivers. Alex, oh, what happened to Ryan? Oh, there's another safety car.
It certainly is.
I'm not sure how Alex then got past Ryan. I wonder if Ryan braked, Alex didn't, but because of that timing difference, that Alex has now got the move, and it's a strange one.
Awesome. No, Heppy's out.
Heppy's out.
That's a pit lane.
It is.
Dummy Hornets back in the pits. Single Tracks in the pits. I think Dummy Hornets just gone onto a set of mediums, and Single Track's just gone onto a set of hards. So Dumbest Hornet must feel like the mediums can go to the end of the race because he didn't change a wing.
Interesting. But didn't he go to the hard tyres?
Doesn't do it.
Well, yeah, there is that. And don't forget, of course, first race of the season, there are glitches still getting ironed out. Not heard many, though, through a lot of the social channels. I've not heard much at this moment in time from other leagues.
It does seem to be one of the better games they've released.
Long may that continue.
I mean, I remember all the formation glitches we used to have with 2022. That game was just awful for weeks on end.
Oh, Glitch Central. The amount of I thought we'd never have to red flag a race. Apart from one in Brazil we did for, I think, Tier 1. And we had to, well, we've now to red flag 2 without them even starting. Tier 3, Tier 4, a couple of times where I think we've done it for Tier 1, Tier 2 evening as well.
Well, we even had that one night where we had to hold off and not race.
That was it, yeah.
They released a new game.
I think they did it for FIFA evening or something, didn't they? They released some foosball game, and yeah, we had to red flag the whole evening. That sucked.
It really did, because it meant when it came to the week off, we still had to have Tier 1 and 2 race Miami.
Yeah, and I think we had to do the same for Tier 3 and 4 one evening.
Yeah, it's about time, with all the money they get off us every year, that they actually got these games right.
You would think they would. There's a car at the back diving into the pit lane. That is Dumbest Hornet again. He's going into the pits.
I'll stay on board with him and see if he has a wing changed.
Yeah. He's
He's having a wing changed. I reckon it didn't change it last time then. He's
now
now going on to softs.
Well, he's going to run out of tyres.
He could have put his hards back on.
Well, yeah.
No, go hard or go home.
Exactly that. Exactly that. So let's have a quick look at the movers and shakers. Position change. There we are. So Alex is up 3. Ryan technically is down 1. He did start in second. Sociopath is up quite a few. Fanning up a lot in 8 positions. Jam and Connor both up as well. I still can't call this. This is going to be an interesting one. It depends who's going to make the most of the tyres. Now, don't forget Melvin's on the soft as well in 4th place. Sociopath, if they get it right. Sorry, I've just seen the YouTube chat. Sarge is on 1 in his starts. It's just as well Bailey is not on this.
I already am home, Sarge.
We could potentially see the safety car in this lap.
I think we should do. The McLaren's now caught up.
Yeah,
there's plenty of time for it to call it. There we go, it's
there
called
it is. Yeah, into the last sector. So, That was a tier 3 for Portugal, and exactly that. Yeah, good call. Good spot. So this time Alex will lead the pack away. We don't know what happened.
Ryan, like Ryan dropped him.
Yeah, we don't know what happened with the... Is he going? Yeah, he was just getting a bit more heat in his tyres. But he's gone a little bit with Ryan, but the safety car's now entering the pits. Ryan's on the back. And now he does go, but Ryan's close. Fox River 8 is not far, gets a good run. There's Ryan side by side and makes a move and gets back into the lead, but he's had to back off again. There's Fox River, there's 3! Going into turn 1, Fox River's got an absolute run on the inside. Alex decides to go wide to cover it. Well, Ryan just about keeps him a sociopath, but there's... Oh, look at that, we've got Socio as well. Who managed to get Melvin in that, somehow. The top 5 separated. Ryan's gone on the inside of the turn 4 side by side with Alex. It's gone down. Ryan's gone. Oh, and he's hit. Fox has hit him.
Oh, that's so unlucky.
Oh, that was side by side, and that's just the way the physics work. As Fox got wing damage, he's very slow through that middle sector. And oh, that's his teammate's gone. Jam's lost it as well.
I can't see any end plate missing on Fox, so maybe he's just trying to get his tyres back up to the right temperature.
Yeah, funny enough, Jackson got a 5-second penalty, but we're on board with him, so how on earth he got that, I don't know. He's battling side by side, Fanning and Connor as well. The other Red Bull, Connor's in a Red Bull sandwich. Trust me, that is not what you want to be. And look at this further back, we've got Fox is trying to come back, and he's got through on Neil. Oh, it's got to get very squirrely up to 11. Wow.
Is the bottle coming out to play?
I think he's just trying to throw it out the back of him to try and put Fanning off. But I tell you what, we've got Melvin up in second now, trying to make the use of these soft tyres. Sociopath, the Haas, now into third. Got away with that a little bit. Nice shot against the fast lap.
Connor's got very squirrely at the last corner, and Fanning's got him.
He has. I'll tell you what I like when we go on board. We don't have to look at the geometry. Everyone can see who's on the overtake button, who's got the DRS, or the ERS I should say. Carl's got 5 seconds for speeding in the pit. It must have been a tussle further back. Single Track's made a lot of place on that restart. He was down in about 18th, 19th spot and now up to 13th. So
he's
great recovery from him.
Time as well.
It looks like it side by side. Look at that under his rear wing. Is he going to try and have a look into turn 4? Decides to think against it. Got a bit of gap behind him, so with Ryan. Both on the hard tyres, these guys as well, so it takes a little bit of time for them to get the heat back into them. As Alex is just... Oh, Connor again gets very, very squirrely. We found on the last game, I don't know about the physics yet for this one, but some tyres don't like multiple heat cycles, and it's really difficult to get the grip back into them.
Yeah, I wonder if that's where his issue is. What's he actually on?
He's on the mediums, and he's got Monster for company also on the medium tyres.
I mean, it could just be he's pushing too hard because he's getting absolutely swamped at the moment.
Yes. Monster's got a nice tighter run up through 11. He's going to have a nice sweeping line up through 12. He's not got any pressure, but I'll tell you what, Single Track and Neil are fighting tooth and nail further behind, with Fox River as well involved in that mix, of course, with that really unlucky collision. I'll tell you what, Nice Shadow's past Sociopath as well. Nice Shadow was up into tier 3 as well. So going to have a try to turn to 14, thinks the better of it. Tries to get the run out the last corner. I think he's got it. DRS is going to be enabled this lap. Won't be enabled down the main straight though. Be enabled from turn 3 up to turn 4. But can Monster get the move done? He's not even using his overtake button. A slimmer rear wing. Connor's trying to hold it. Monster gives him just enough room. And Monster gets the move done. Baby Haunt now with a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Monster gets great traction. Connor gets very, very sideways out of 2 once again. He's not going to be able to challenge back to Monster.
No, he's not. I wonder if he's taken the plunge and gone with the no traction, because it certainly looks slidey the way he's driving. It does.
I know Monster said he got bogged down because he's learning that as well. But it looked very planted, did the Aston. A Single Track was as well having a battle with Single Track. So I don't know if Single Track had a big moment. That's a good battle further down with Red Car Rambo as well in that mix. And was with the other Williams. But we're looking at Sociopath trying to catch on the back of Night Shadow. And there's a yellow flag in Sector 1. I think that may be Jam that's gone round. It is.
Definitely Jam.
Carried on though, luckily.
Red Car Rambo's just put a move on Fox River 8 on the run to turn 11, making good use of the DRS there.
Yeah, it's normally a bit short, that straight, isn't it, for everyone to actually make a move, but let's have good straight line speed.
Contact! I think Wazza mistimed his brakes and caught the back of Ryan.
Yeah, there's
so Ryan's round again.
End plate damage as well for Wazza. This is so unlucky for Ryan, it really was. Racing fantastically well, excuse me. But tell you what,
Martin's just got very squirrely at the final corner and let a few through. So Dummist is heading to the pits again. I think he may have just got caught up in some damage there. You don't know where to look, there's action everywhere.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking at the front. Melvin's closed that gap to only a second now. But there's a yellow flag in 1 and turn 1, sector 1, sector 3, and now sector 3. There's yellow flags all over the shop here. Trying to keep up. I tell you what, through all the melee, don't know what's happened with Night Shadow's Sociopath. But Genie's through.
Where did that come from?
We've not been off that long. How are we this slow?
He's always the opportunist racer, though.
He is. He certainly is.
He'll sit there and sit there and sit there and find a gap and just goes for it.
He does. Yeah.
Jam gets speeding in the pit lane penalty, unfortunately.
Jack's just got through on Monster. So Monster's really having a tussle with the Red Bulls. He's getting involved there now. That was on the run to turn 11 as well.
The Red Bulls aren't taking it lying down tonight.
Certainly aren't. Finds this battle's helping his teammate get away though. 3 seconds to Fanning, who's got 3.4 to the back of this little tussle with Sociopath. Night Shadow flashing wildly as per usual. I'll tell you what, he's got the DRS, he's still got the DRS on to... Wow! Overspeed Central, oh, he's trying to get him back on the brakes and gets the move! Wow!
What a move, Mr. Genie!
And we thought the move was over and done, and Sociopath now trying to get past Shadow and does! Where on earth did that come from?
This is like Friday reincarnated.
Ah, see, I was involved in that, so I was fine. Jam, I think, struggling apparently, Mr. Geoduck. Yeah, he's struggling with the traction control, unfortunately. But he's keeping on going, so that's what we like to see. Don't give in. Monster's had a big moment, and Floppy Loppy's got through.
Yeah, I think he was a bit side by side with Jackster.
Oh, that was after. No, Loppy's the one that had the moment. He was ahead of these guys. So they let the Red Bulls are now through. But Monster's got single track for company. He's also got Corner waiting in the wings in the background, and the first of the Willy Boys as well. Melvin's within a second now of the lead. He's going to be within the DRS. Sorry for flicking through so much, guys. There's just action. We don't know where to look next. Alex went very wide the last corner. He's got no... Actually, now they've got any ERS left. So this is a view of the rear wing of the Alpha Tower. He is wide open. Hazard's got the straight line speed. He's far enough ahead, though, before Melvin decides to try and go the long way. Try to get the run through turn 2, but Alex parks it in the middle of the track. Upshifting nice and early for Melvin to stop the rear tyre spinning up. Nice Shadows got Genie and Sociopath.
Cheeky man.
I don't know where to look.
Getting Genie.
I don't know where to look. We're going to have to look at this one now. They're side by side in the turn 4. The boss, the hard as well, don't forget. Wow. Oh, Sociopath spawned and he's only lost a front wing. He managed to keep his wheel. Car. There is a safety car. Okay, so that's the second person's lost it there. It gives out a safety car. We now know. Fanning managed to get through just about as well. So Fanning on his return up to 5th in the standings.
We'll see some pitters at this point.
This could be a perfect time, but we've seen, what, 3, potentially 4 safety cars already? I've lost track.
It depends how your tyres are wearing, but a lot of the soft and medium runners may want to consider coming in, depending on what the second tyre choice is.
That's it. I think Melvin could potentially drop. He's got the softs on, so he could ditch those, and he'll probably come out on a safety car behind Jackster Loppy up maybe with single track Connor, I would imagine.
Yeah, I mean, at worst, he's probably going to come out just behind Fox.
Yeah, but there is a big gap there of 10 seconds.
Yeah, that's why he shouldn't lose out to bit. We'll see if he dives in and gives us our answer. I think he's gonna. Yep, Alex has gone as well. And Night Shadow. And Genie. Fanny, Sociopath, everybody's going for it.
I mean, this is perfect if you are going to try that one-stop strategy. This is not a bad time. We're not quite halfway through the race, but we're not a million miles away from it. So we think the mediums will do that length of time.
And Single Track stayed out. He's going to be in the lead on 8-lap hards.
Interesting. So he has already made a stop though early on.
He could potentially go to the end, I reckon, with these new tyre compounds.
Yeah, it's just
how they don't lock up and flat spot his tyres too much.
Well, that's another thing, yeah. How the brake and how the acceleration does, yeah.
Because I think he's doing the no assists again.
I think he is.
It certainly looks like it with the way he's braking and just getting them silly mistakes every so often in the braking phase. Which it takes so long to iron out. This muscle memory that you get. You run for so long with, say, ABS. Your foot is so programmed to hit the brakes like you've got ABS. And it's a completely different way of braking. I've been trying it on this new game and I've had to give up with it. Because I'd be lucky to be competitive in Tier 3, let alone Tier 1.
That's one thing I haven't tried yet, not gonna lie. It's next on my list. I just need to adapt to this whole traction control issue that I'm having.
Well, we've got no choice but to go with that one.
Exactly.
That's the downside to going to Tier 1, but... oh well.
There now.
I've wanted to drop these 2 assists for ages, so this is forcing me to drop one of them.
Yeah, I think I would have dropped the TC a lot sooner. If...
well, 2022 was awful for no TC.
Yeah, I think it was better than 21, and now this one's... I think probably, we reckon, the most realistic F1 that they've had. So...
personally, I think the starts were better on 22 with no TC, but I think 21 was more manageable because you got you found with 22, even in 5th or 6th gear, you would have such a random spin that you should not be having.
Yes, it is very true.
Whereas 2021 was more predictable in that sense, and Jam's given up for the night.
I said he was struggling. Fox has hit the pits as well.
And he's now stuck behind his teammate that's was still in the box.
It was. Oh my days, that's unlucky for Jam. But looking at the tyres at the minute, Alex is pitted for the hards and is on, well, 1 lap of course. Melvin's on the medium, so he has gone for that soft medium strategy. Nitro's gone for the hard tyres. Genie and Fanny behind him on the mediums. Carl is clawed his way back up on 6 lap hard tyres. Sociopath after that spin on the mediums, then a couple of hard tyre winners behind him. Then Neil was pitted under the previous safety car. Monster said he got wing damage just before the safety car and had to pit as well. Let's have a quick look at the penalties at this stage. Carl's got 5 seconds, which was the speeding of the pit lane, and I do believe Baby Hornet was the same as well. Jackson, we saw, had 5 seconds, and I think there was somebody else as well who had 5 seconds that must have just served them in the pits as well. So, no one for track limits yet, which is a good thing.
Certainly is, because track limits can absolutely kill you on a lot of tracks.
Yeah.
This one's not awful for it, though, I must admit.
Yeah. It's not bad, is it?
It's not the worst, that's for sure. Still a couple of places that can catch you out, but it's definitely not the worst for track limits. They seem to be a little lenient at Bahrain.
It can be. You're right. Yeah, there's times that you can run wide and it doesn't catch you out very much, and it seems to be the fine margins around here that are the ones that penalise you the most. Are we going to see a late safety car come in? We are. Just wondered, I saw the car at the back of Fox River catch up right through turn 13. So single track is the one to lead us away.
Yeah, I'm going to go jump on board the corner and have a look at that mid-pack.
That's going to be an interesting one. Where does he go? Just go, not just yet, but now goes. Alex has got a little bit of a run. I think we had a little bit of throttle glitch. Alex is closing on the rear wheel. And he's alongside using all of his ERS. And gets past into the brake. Who's going to be latest and bravest on the brake? Single track's going to try and hold it on the outside. We know Alex is very fair. Doesn't cut across turn 2, but single track, due to the traction issues, has had to back out. Alex retakes the lead. Melvin sitting further back has got nice shot for company as well in that. But look at this behind that. That's Genie and Fanning side by side into turn 4. As Genie managed to hold position just about. Great battling through there.
Everyone else seems to have got through nice and clean so far.
Well behaved. Oh, is that? That's Gav that's gone straight on a single track. No, sorry, it was single track. And the side by side now up the hill. Single track just about keeps ahead of Melvin. And there is a spinner. That's Wazza. Has spun outside of turn 8. Very, very easy to do there. I'll be joining you there very shortly.
Well, hopefully he'll have gone by then.
Yeah. But Alex, after the single track mistake, has got a 1.8 second lead already. And we did say he's going to be firing on all cylinders this season, and he's starting off really well at this moment in time. Well, look at this. We've got, who was that? Was that Melvin? It was, having a cheeky look. A nice shadow, but look, oh, I think Genie got a little bit close. I think it might have been a little tap on the back from Fanning as well, just because of the Constantino effect. But now I'm trying to look at which way we need to go now. So hey, let's have a look at this one. This is Genie alongside with Fanning. We've also got single track. Look at that three abreast ahead. Oh, who's going to have the bravest? Who's going to be the bravest of the Alpines? Oh, there's one that's gone. That's single track.
Single track. Oh, he's took out the board there.
Oh, and I tell you what, Genie, sociopath, ever the opportunistic, gets through on Genie as well. Oh no.
Martin's got away with that with no end plate damage.
Wow.
Or no visible anyway.
Fingers crossed. We've got not the type of damage, but how often I think it occurs.
Jackster's round as well.
Oh wow.
Yeah, through 5 and 6 by the looks of it.
Yeah, very, very easy place to lose it if you get over the curbs. And that was sociopath running wide. I allowed Genie to try and get the run. It isn't outside of turn 10.
Your
I can't keep up.
Fellow local compadre Ryan's had a good restart though. He's up to 11th.
Wow, he is, isn't he?
I think he just wants to make his positions back now.
Yeah, he will.
It looks like he's got a Senna-inspired helmet as well.
I think he was talking about doing something like that. I normally do. Oh, yes.
It looks to be the right colours.
It doesn't. It's not far off, is it? That's
single
pretty good.
track's round again.
Oh, he'll have cooked the tyres. Potentially.
He's not had a good restart. He's gone from top to bottom.
I know. Really, really unlucky. Alex has now got a 3-second lead. DRS now enabled on this lap. We've got Nice Shadow in second. Melvin following closely with Fanning having a great race on his return with Sociopath and Genie, and then now Carl's close up as well on the back of this bunch.
It's just action up and down. You don't know where to look.
No, that's my problem.
Connor's got himself a 3-second time penalty.
First one, to be fair, is the first one we've got to lap 17. That's not bad.
Well, about 5 or 6 laps have been on the safety car, so...
Oh, and the rest. So yeah, fair point.
Although we've seen him under safety car as well.
Yeah, I've had him under safety car before. Not sure
so,
how, but I managed
that really
to.
Doesn't mean anything, to be fair.
No.
Ryan's got
Ryan.
one now. He's dropped a few places.
I think I just saw on the map someone getting very squiggly. I think that may have been Ryan in the middle sector. Sociopath didn't get a very good run through that part of the second sector. This was giving Fanning some breathing room.
Ryan's really slow.
Ooh, hopefully he hasn't got any damage. And I think he's lost it as well. Looking at the mini map, I think he may have lost it outside. of turn 10.
Not a great race for him on his first official one back in a full-time seat.
Not at the minute, it's not, is it? It's not going well. Nice Shadow has closed that gap now, half a second to 2.6 seconds, but don't forget he has got pressure from the AlphaTauri and the Red Bull, the rampant bulls behind him, and the squatting one.
Ah, the Tory.
Exactly.
So gutting I had to win a title in that one. Of all the cars it could happen in, it had to be that one.
At least I've done mine in good cars.
I blame Gav, he chose it.
Yeah, I'll blame Gav as well. Why not? Might as well. Fanning set the purple first sector, so Fanning on a charge. Don't forget these guys have got the better medium tyres against Night Shadow, who has got the hard tyres on. Another yellow flag at sector 1, and I think that's Ryan in the pits. It is, unfortunately, his racer's run. As Fanning has to take avoiding action through the end of turn 9 and 10.
Got a nice stream of cars though coming through.
So all very close proximity at this moment in time.
See what else is going on. We've got Fox right up the back of Neil in the Williams.
This is close. Melvin's now got through on Night Shadow under the DRS tread. What can Fanning do in response? All flashing like crazy ahead of Fanning, who does seem to look after his ERS a little bit more.
Fox has made the move on Neil.
On his charge back up the field. Monsters on the back of Connor.
We're just about to cover that one, but yep. We both noticed it at the same time.
We have, and
Connor
Monsters
got very squibbling, it's let him through.
Wow. In the middle of such a literally caught the end of that as well. So Monster, very opportunistic there.
Carl's just got very squibbly when he was all over the back of Lorpy.
Yeah.
Coming out of turn 8. Traction issues are galore tonight.
There's Fanning Social Pass got through into turn 11. Just caught the end of it again. Just the problem, I don't know where to look next.
That DRS zone actually seems to work on this game.
Yeah. It seems to be a lot more powerful than it used to be.
Fox has got through on Connor. Where did that come from?
He was 7/10ths behind coming out the corner. Sure he was. This Connor got squibbly again.
Possibly, and they've just been through a DRS zone, so they probably got squibbly, and then Fox just pounced.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure them two be in a party together, though.
Oh, of course. Very good friends, local friends as well. I think they literally live around the corner from each other. Oh,
yeah,
not
as
far
far as
off.
I'm aware, they do.
Yeah.
And Neil's going for Connor into turn 1.
Have a look at this. Connor's on the inside. Oh, there's big hit! I think Connor was on the inside, braked and didn't get his timing quite right, and now Neil is up ahead, and that's allowed Fox to go through, but Neil's trying to have a look at Fox, can't make that move back. If Monster's got the review mirror activated, which I hope people are using, then it's going to have seen all that go off behind. But Carl seemed to have recovered, he's now on the back of Loppy again.
Yeah, he's absolutely pushing him at the moment.
Yes.
It's been a pretty good showing from Carl, actually.
It has so far. Only 9 laps left.
A former Challenger tier champion, so we know he can race well. He just needed to get the right game to find his stride again, I think.
I think so, yeah. It didn't seem to get on well with the last one, and hasn't really shown much since. I think it was when we first brought MRCX back, I think it was, and a lot of tier 3, tier 4 drivers weren't really racing it very often. Whereas Carl seemed to relish it and race pretty much every week, and obviously took that title.
It was the same time you got your Elite one.
That was a hard tier.
Was it 1 point from Chris Bailey?
Yeah, a point from Bailey and just about beat Dynamite as well. Yeah, that was... I was going to say fun, but that's not the word I'm looking for.
Alan Lopez side by side, and he's made the move.
That was good. That just, and I'm talking centimetre difference between the two of them there. That was fantastic racing from both. Very fair from Loppy as well. Did give the space to Carl. So very good. Baby Horn has now got a 3-second penalty. Finished off the back of the Sociopath battle with Night Shadow is holding on to Melvin. But Alex 3.2 seconds ahead now. He'll know the gaps. He'll be able to work out the gaps for those guys behind him and just manage it. No, they're battling. No, they're fighting in DRS trains behind. But what can Genie do at the back of this group in the Aston?
Yeah, I think if Alex can keep it on the straight and narrow now, he's probably got this.
As Connor, I think Connor may have had damage and pitted. He's now in 17th.
It's highly possible, yeah. He's that far back, he's definitely pitted.
Oh, Sociopath Gav went very wide at the top of the hill through 13. Carl's trying to cheer him on.
He's definitely giving Sociopath a run. Just depends how dirty low Gav's. Oh, and he's not got DRS, this is Sociopath's chance.
It has. He's pulled up alongside, and didn't even need the overtake button and gets the move done way before the break is over. Gav's trying to come back! But goes deep and he's trying to get the switch back with Sociopath with the medium tires and gets the grip and does! Oh, that was a bit tight. That's twice we've seen that. Not necessarily from Gav, but...
It was Rob last time, wasn't it?
Yeah. Wow.
And Lopez not letting Carl get away.
He's certainly not. You have to follow him through the middle sector though.
So, yeah, try and stay tight, see if you can make the use of that DRS between 10 and 11.
Yeah, which is what we're going to stay on board with this time round. Although Genie's right up the back of Fanning. How is he going to get in his exit? Out of 10, Fanning gets a good exit though, so I don't know unless Genie's going to have to send one up the inside. Into 11, not close enough to do it this time round, because it takes a wider line. And we mentioned this the other day, didn't we, on Friday, the two of us, and with Gav, that if you go offline a bit, the tyres sort of scoob up a little bit, don't they? And it shows the graining and shows the dust offline.
Yeah, it picks up the marbles, so to speak.
Yeah.
Because obviously the F1 drivers drive on such the same line all the time, but offline you get all the marbles and it's actually showing you that you pick them up now.
At first I thought it was quite cool, but at the same time it's probably cool for us and cool for everybody watching. As a driver, I find it kind of puts you off a little bit.
It does. It also makes you think about your braking for the next corner.
Yeah, it does. It does scare you a little bit.
Oh, I think Genie's going to have the run down to 4 though.
Yeah, we've been on board and he is side by side and does the inside line to 4. Who's going to be latest on the brakes as he go a little bit wide, but so does Fanning. And gets the move done. Sociopath now on Melvin, side by side to the middle sector. And they're still side by side. Melvin's not giving this one up, and Melvin's just about keeps on in turn to turn 8. Is this going to allow Gav to keep on the back of them? It is a little bit, but now Genie's got that clear. He's going to be wanting to close up as well. This battle for the podium spots is not over yet. The gap had only gone down to 2.5 seconds as well to Alex, but now that's open massively.
And this is the Melvin that said he wasn't ready to go up to tier 2 yet.
Yep, it is.
I think you lie.
I think Gav lies as well. Same with Gav.
Gav may be moving yet.
Ah, fair.
If we do have this empty seat that we think we have.
Yes, of course.
Because obviously the driver that was in the other Ferrari, we believe now cannot make the time slot.
Oh, Sociopath down the hill makes a move into the last corner. Has he made it too early? Is this going to allow Melvin to have the ERS down the straight?
It is, he's got the DRS, Melvin.
Oh, I'll tell you what, they nearly went into the pit wall there. Melvin's trying to come across, he's going to be on the braking zone. Look at Night Shadow as well, trying to get the DRS and the slipstream. Just Melvin gets the car stopped. Oh, very nice. No one late on the brake, sending something down through there. But Sociopath's going to get the drive out of 2 and 3. He really, really did. Bits are battling with Carl again, but here's Sociopath. Leveling, he's going to be on the outside. Who's going to be bravest? Layers on the brakes, just about enough room. Melvin's not giving this one up again. Has to.
All the time, Rob's just sitting at the back going, come on guys, make a mistake, give me a gap.
Yep, he certainly is. Or someone's got... Oh, I tell you what, Sociopath's got wide, but Melvin hasn't necessarily got the grip either into turn 8 to keep the front end turned. So Sociopath really got away with that one. Taking a few stabs at it to get his tyres in the right window, feeling the brakes, feeling the tyres. There's going to be a little bit of DRS. I know Gav's got a bit of drive as well outside of there. They're all going to be flashing like crazy. It's those Amsterdam nights.
I mean, looking at ERS, Rob's not much better off.
No, and this is one thing, you can actually see it from the steering wheel when you're riding on board with the driver. I need to get him off there.
Yeah, you can see it better with the new layout on the steering wheel this time.
Yeah, I think the last ones were probably more realistic on another 3-second time penalty, not the recovery. He was having a great race and it's just not gone well for him in this second half. But I tell you what, look, we've got Night Shadow flashing, Sociopath flashing, Melvin flashing. Is he going to be close enough? Down the main straight, don't think he is. Is Gav close enough? He's not, but he would just be wise to wait. Brake, get the car turned. Took a bit much curb on the inside of turn 1. Sociopath, ooh, a little bit squirrely, and now that's allowed Gav to get close as well. There's a run up to 4, who's got most DRS left at him, and who's going to be bravest and latest on the brakes. Gav on the inside line. Oh, I think there was contact, and that's allowed Ginny to come through.
I told you Ginny would be sat there going, come on guys, have a mistake, I'll go through.
That's all he needed.
I learned that one the hard way in season 4 when me and Connor bottled cops in the wet. And Ginny just went, bye-bye, see ya.
Yeah, I've heard that. I heard about that one.
You was on comms for it with Gav.
Was I?
It was Gav's first comms session.
Oh, crikey.
Because he went on board with me for the start and I hit the pit wall.
And it's continued ever since, that little cursing.
Yeah, and he's just got madder and madder.
Yeah, I didn't know what I'd done leak. I told him to be himself a bit more, and that was not good advice.
No, you really unleashed a beast there. Now we sit there with his head in his hands most week going, what did you just say?
Yeah, we did.
We won't change him though.
We certainly wouldn't. I tell you what, Melvin goes extremely wide through the final corner. He's not got DRS now on Sociopath. He's going to be vulnerable to Genie, who's got, well, absolutely 0 ERS left as well. But it's pulled away.
Neither of them have got anything.
Oh, close. I tell you what, Rob on the brakes is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, he really is. I believe he's stuck with the ABS because he don't like racing on 50p pieces, as he says.
Oh, he's tried to have a late look on the inside.
Oh, I thought he was going to send it then.
It wasn't far off riding on board with the Aston man. I know there's battles Loppy and Dumbest Hornet in the outer reaches of the top 10. Monsters are caught up to bit as well. That's going to be a good one right at the end. Obviously, friends as well. But this battle for now, what could be potentially... Genie hit him. Genie could not avoid, and that's allowed... Nice Shadow to get through. Fanning as well has managed to catch up to the back of this lot.
Oh, that was so unfortunate for him. They were having a great battle as well.
And he was racing fantastically well as well. From that, hopefully he hasn't cooked his tyres and can still potentially bring it home in what would be a sixth place as it stands.
It's so easy when Rob's sat there just hammering away. He'll dot out every so often. It just unsettles you and you end up making this silly mistake. And I think Melvin's just fallen for it.
Possibly. Could have done. Tell you what, Genie's now on the back of Night Shadow.
With DRS, can he make it? Oh! He is so good on them brakes.
He is, look at that side by side. Gav's not going to give this one up though. Side by side, oh, there was a little bit of touch in there.
Rob had the DRS, which really didn't help Gav there.
No, and that's probably just cemented that move as well. But Gav's got to switch back as well through the middle sector. This is like the battle, the duel in the desert, side by side through through turn 7.
Sensible of Gav to back out there, though. It's really hard to go side by side. I mean, we've seen it happen tonight, but it's so hard to do it.
Yeah. I thought Tier 2 was a little bit calmer than Tier 1.
No, apparently not.
No, certainly isn't.
Well, you never thought that when you were sat in the car sweating.
Well, no, but you don't think anything else. You think you're just having one of those nights that everyone wants to battle you. I'll tell you what, everyone's been reasonably well behaved. We've seen Connor's got about 6 seconds of penalties. Carl's still got his 5 for speeding in the pit lane. Monster's dropped off the back a little bit of that now, 3.5 seconds the gap. Needs to keep within that 5 seconds. Again, that's 7th place. But at the minute, the 2 Hasmobiles, 1 and 2, with 2 more laps to go.
Gab's coming back at him.
He is. Under the DRS. Makes a move. What's Genie like under the brakes? Genie's gone for it under the brakes as well. Runs very deep. He has. Oh, and that's allowed Gav back through.
Anybody else getting visions of the whole Max Verstappen versus Charles Leclerc from 2022?
I've just got the 2 Mercedes doing stuff like that into turn 1 as well.
It's great racing, though.
Ah, very fair.
Certainly keeps us entertained.
It is. I tell you what, Sociopaths really closed the gap to Alex. If Alex is just minding his own business a little bit, there is a lap time in between that, so that car has now moved out of the way. Maybe put Alex off a little bit. All the while,
Genie's going to have the run into turn 1, though, if he keeps it tight like this.
He will. And this is the battle, of course, the final podium position. Melvin's managed to... I tell you what, Monster's fallen out with the 5-second window as well from Carl, so Carl could be safe in his 7th position. Melvin's dropped off the back of Fanning. Yeah, it looks like it. We're going to start the final lap. I know, yeah, who would have said it? Who would have thought it? Let's have a look. Genie for the final... Well, I say the final TOS, but the final time down the pit straight. Is he going to be close enough to Gav? Gav goes a little bit defensive half-heartedly and then does go defensive. Genie's going to be late going on the outside, but there's Gav. Just... Oh, the Gav just 3 seconds!
Oh, so unlucky.
A lot of the drivers were taking that line.
Allowed him to defend there.
Yeah, he did.
This has been an absolutely epic battle, which unfortunately is going to be settled by a penalty.
But what they need to be careful of, what Gav does now, is Fanning only 3.2, well, not even that, 3.1 off the back of Genie. So if Rob gets this place, he's going to be susceptible to Fanning, who's now closer than the 3 seconds. Wow, don't forget to hit the like button, folks, if you've enjoyed the racing. Never mind what we've been talking rubbish about. But if you've enjoyed the racing, guys, hit the like button. As I say, it takes a second to do. You don't even need to exit the video. You can still be watching the final few corners of the season opening in Tier 2. Baby Horner's got the fastest lap, unfortunately down in 16th place. But we're going to watch the Haas boys of Alex Edric taking the win. He had a strong finish last season, and he's going to bring the Haas for first. Top step on the podium, Sociopath in second. Night Shadow will come across in third, and they'll lose it unfortunately on penalty. So Genie gets a podium spot in the Aston Martin. What can Fanning do? Doesn't have enough in the end. He will take 5th. Melvin, so unlucky, but takes 6th. Carl in 7th. Then the other Aston Martin of Monster will cross the line in 8th place, and Dumas Hornet in the Papaya takes points. The season opener, and Floppy Loppy will come across the line in 10th, followed by Jackster And single track didn't all go his way as well this evening. Same with Wazza. Connor will cross the line. He was running well early on. And unfortunately fell back, we think, with a bit of damage in 14th. But Wazza with penalties gets a bit further down. Connor with penalties sees Fox take 13th. Connor in 14th. Wazza 15th. Baby Hornet currently with the fastest lap of the race. Unfortunately, won't get the bonus point for that. Will be the last finisher on the lead lap. And there we are, folks. Wow.
What a race.
Incredible race.
Certainly was a good one, that. This game is really delivering the action.
Yeah, already. And that's only round 1. Single tracks gets the game's driver of the day.
Well, I called it before the start. Alex would win it.
You did. Unfortunately, you didn't go the way of Ryan this evening. Caught up in a few incidents, I'm afraid. Wow, so there we are. Your preliminary results. Alex takes the win from 4th on the grid. Sociopath takes 2nd. Genie in 3rd. Night Shadow in 4th with whatever flag that is. Obviously don't do Scottish on this game. The Spanning in 5th. Melvin in 6th. Cal in 7th. Monster in 8th. Thomas Hart in 9th. Loppy in 10th. Jackson in 11th. Single Track in 12th. Fox River 13th. Connor in 14th. Baby Honest in 15th. Wazza in 16th. Neil in 17th. Red Car first to the DNF is in 18th. Jam and then Heppy as well. A few retirement in the pit lane, unfortunately. Wow, I'm still out of breath.
Yeah, that was a busy one.
It's just a bit, it was. So all that's really left to say, your driver of the day for the season opener of season 11.
For me, I think I'm going to have to go for Rob. Because he's come from 10th to a podium. He's driven really well. He's done what he always does, opportunistic, make the move when he needs to. And just driven a solid race.
He did. I agree with that, but I'm venturing towards, and it kills me because he's in a Red Bull is fanning on his return. From 14th to about 5th, that was a fantastic race. So I'm going to go with Fanning.
Yeah, he's definitely a good choice as well, because he's had a really good race on his return.
Exactly that. So we hope everybody you enjoyed the racing as much as we did. We're going to go and have a breather and get a drink before we've got to now take to the track and try to follow suit with that one. That's going to be hard pressed. But join us in about 20 minutes or so, and we will have Tier 1 action live for you in the only place, of course, where you will see all MRC, which is here on YouTube. So, from the M&Ms, it is good night from us, and we will see you all very, very soon. Good night.